When buying a house, what does contingency mean? Well, let's just go over the 101. If you're selling your house and I want to buy your house and I say it's contingent to, means I can only buy the house subject to A, me selling my house, B, maybe me breaking my lease, C, coming up with the money I need, D, if I get the job transfer. So it's always like it's subject to, right? Now, the most common, obviously, is contingent to me selling, especially in this market. So think about it's a crazy buyer's market, right? And homes aren't moving that fast. And you have your house on the market, and I want to buy your house, but it's contingent to me selling my house. Now, that either means my house is on the market, and I have a buyer, or I haven't even put my house on the market yet, which is crazy to me. So is it common contingencies? Absolutely. In a seller's market, not at all. Because in a seller's market, you might have 20, 30, 40 showings and offers coming over, and then someone will be like, oh, it's contingent to me selling. And you're like, I don't care. I got 40 other people that want this house. Absolutely not. In a buyer's market, yeah, it's very common to have a contingency. So there's ways to protect yourself. This is what I would say first and foremost. I really want you to listen to what I'm about to say here because it's really important. If you are a real estate agent and you're very good at marketing, first and foremost, you look at the house that's contingent to make sure that it's done correctly, the pictures, the price, the description, everything. And if it's good and they don't have a buyer yet, but your seller's willing to take it and give them like a week or two or whatever, then you should get involved and help that agent sell that house. So anytime I'm looking at a contingency and I'm like, yeah, I think this house could sell if we did X, Y, Z, then I'll get involved. But now if it's at a price, if it's out of the right price or wrong price range or whatever, and the pictures are bad, I'm not even touching it. Because obviously either the agent or the seller, they're both not understanding the market. So yes, contingencies are normal. You can protect yourself. You can do, like, if it's a really hot market, you can say, I'll give you a contingency, but you have to give me a non-refundable escrow. I mean, there's different ways to do it. So it all depends on what market we're in. And that's the thing about like real estate education is I think everyone's always like giving you one side to everything. Oh, this is the only way. No, it's not the only way. There's always different ways to do everything, depending on market, depending on situation. But what you don't want to do is pull your home off the market and then give this person all this time. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you fell through and now I got to put my house back on the market as an active home and it's like been 30 or 40 days. You don't want to do stuff like that, especially if you think you can sell your house. So I'll get more into detail with contingencies. I'll actually do some videos at some homes or showing you like, hey, this is a deal I'm dealing with right now that's contingent, and then kind of show you how I work with the other agent. By the way, I've had contingencies, domino effect, where it was 4. It was, we're selling a house to this buyer who had a house in New York, they had a buyer from Michigan and they had a buyer that lived in Michigan, and it was a domino effect. Those can be very stressful. I've been doing this so long now that I kind of don't really have any like empathy. Empathy is a horrible word. Stress, I guess you could say, or care in the sense of like negative, because I'm just so used to it. Like that, I work the deal and I make sure I call every single person and I'm on the phone with every single person in the deal. But in the beginning, oh my God, that's where you're talking to a therapist and be like, yo, this is craziness. But any questions you have, like I said, I love doing this real estate education, real estate videos, and I love to help you guys out with anything you need. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.